Hello everyone, it is I, Republic Studs, and welcome to this episode of the Republic Stud Show podcast. This is our very first episode, and today I'm bringing to you, probably I like to consider my somewhat equal in LEGO's YouTube, but it is SW, Brix, and Figs. He is fantastic. He's better than me, but like in terms of like, height of channel, like he's close to me in subs. Listen, you like LEGO, I like LEGO, and by far the best place to shop for LEGO is on LEGO.com, but imagine if you could get a discount and $30 credit just for signing up with Rakuten. What is Rakuten, you ask? Rakuten is a free browser extension that allows you to get special discounts all over the internet from your favorite websites. For instance, if you like shopping at LEGO.com, you can get 2.5% cash back. What is cash back? It's money that you get back just for spending money. It's quite simple. Or if you want to shop at Walmart, for instance, you will get 6% cash back, up to that, which is quite insane as well. And in addition, just for signing up with this service, you automatically get $30 in your account, which is absolutely insane. Now, it is an easy way to save time and save money, so make sure to check out the link in the description to Rakuten and claim your $30 today when you spend $30, or you can check out the link at www.rakuten.com/r/KOOKOO262. The cashback checks officially go out February 13th, so make sure to sign up soon. And with that said, let's get back into our conversation. The first, just a question, like, what got you started into this? I'm always curious to hear how people get started in this whole YouTube thing.
It was a weird one. Like, probably about a while ago, I started getting into LEGO when I was into it before, 4 or 5 years ago, maybe even more. And then, yeah, I made a couple of YouTube videos back then that no one has yet to see, apart from me, obviously, which I might have to release at some point. But yeah, they're really awful. Never posted them. And then kind of had my dark age, got back into LEGO during COVID, as a lot of people did. And then I just kind of made a couple posts on Instagram, and I was like, I might as well just try and make some videos again now. And then it was just good fun, so I just learned about it and tried to get better and stuff. And yeah, pretty much it.
Yeah, I mean, I think I really recognized your channel when you just had a little over 2,000 subs. So you were well on your way and then there was this brief period, I feel like, where you just you went from probably 6, 7, 8,000, and then you just shot up to 16,000. I don't know if that's an accurate depiction of what happened.
Yeah. It was pretty much last year I averaged 1,000 a month, and then suddenly August and I think it was maybe late July, August, September just went crazy. I had a few videos that did work well, and it just shot up in subs, and
August was a insane month. I think a lot of it had to do with that whole that was just a very popular time for LEGO Star Wars. And honestly, I don't know what you think about this, but I'm kind of excited for this. So with the new whole LEGO Star Wars game, there's a lot of hype going on around this. First off, you're getting a lot of crowds of people. You're getting LEGO fans, you're getting Star Wars fans, you're getting LEGO Star Wars fans, you're getting the gaming, you're getting the gaming area. Yeah, everyone played a LEGO game as a kid, so you're bringing all these people, even casual fans, back, and I wonder if that'll result in the LEGO Star Wars online, physical product community getting larger. So that should be really exciting to see.
Videos incorporating it, or playthrough streams.
I might do streams. I still need to learn how to set up that whole thing. I have an Xbox, so I don't do anything on streamer or on a PC or anything, so that would be a little difficult. But yeah, I already pre-ordered the game. I mean, right now, I'd strongly recommend. I'd get that in because get the deluxe version for an extra $10. You're getting the add-on, all the DLCs. You're getting the Luke Skywalker promo, and you're getting some special Han Solo Carbonite disc box. So, yeah, for an extra $10, I was like, that's worth it.
Yeah, might as well.
So I figured we'd probably talk a bit of your YouTube journey. It looks like we already got started. So you just kind of got back into it because of COVID. That's basically what I did too.
It was kind of slightly before. I mean, it was Mando definitely helped. When that came out, I thought of I'm a big Star Wars fan. I kind of forgot about it for a couple of years or whatever, And then my girlfriend bought me a Lego set for Christmas, which was the Mando battle pack. Just got one of those, and for some reason that just sparked it. I was like, right, I'm getting all my old sets out. I'm having a look. I'm rebuilding them all, getting them all done. Then I ordered a few bigger sets from from Bricklink and stuff, and then COVID hit and I had all these big sets to build, I was like, sound, this is good. And it was just a good thing to do, like away from screens and stuff, which was nice. And then yeah, that's how it got started for me.
Absolutely. I mean, and now you have to be up there in terms of Lego Star Wars YouTubers, at least the ones that are still active.
Middle of the road.
Well, you're very middle of the road right now, but you're gonna he's killing it. If you guys don't know, explain what it is you do in videos, because it's really interesting. If anyone doesn't watch them already.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys, obviously you guys watching our studs, so similar stuff to you, occasional similar videos, more of the mock sort of things as well, army videos, a lot of the stuff I collect. I do a few different castle stuff outside of Star Wars, but mainly Star Wars stuff. Occasional news leak videos, the similar sort of stuff to studs, and stream build streams, that sort of thing, and just mainly collecting armies and building mocks.
Yeah, I mean, I just find I find this whole space absolutely like fascinating with this whole YouTube thing. The amount of reach you realize you have when it comes to people. I mean, you average probably close to, I don't know what the recent video is, but for a while you were averaging like 5,000-10,000 views a video. I don't know what it is at the moment. But yeah, it was absolutely insane. So yeah.
This whole thing out there, all these people, it's crazy.
No, it's kind of fantastic. How has this whole thing changed you? Like, what do the people around you think about this? Like, I'm assuming most of the people in your life, like that are important to you, know about it. So like, what do they think about it?
Most of them are pretty supportive. Like I kind of told my closest friends and my girlfriend, obviously my parents have seen, obviously they can see this giant room filled with Lego, so they can't really ignore it. But most people are pretty supportive. Most people don't understand it, but kind of don't understand both the obsession I have and the fact that there's people that are willing to watch me make Lego videos. But other than that, everyone's super supportive. Have you found anything different? Obviously you're younger, so I guess it's
so like I'm more like, my family all knows, and the thing is, I'm not a huge like I'll like casually tell people about it, but I'm not a boaster of like that type of thing. So my entire family will decide to just tell everyone for me. Well, not my entire family, but like my grandma goes and shows all her grandma friends, so she's probably going to be watching this.
Nice.
So hi. And yeah, I do find that mildly funny. But yeah, I just find it's really kind of neat. Now, a big thing that happened with your channel recently, you just finished your Coruscant mock building series. Now, this has been going on how long?
Since July, so what, 7-8 months or so. I finished January 1st, so it's good to get it done.
I'm just noticing my lighting is awful. Holy cow. But yeah, so I'd like to hear about that, because that's a long time to be working on something like that. And
yeah, it's my longest one by far.
And it's a beautiful mock.
Obviously, some of that isn't like consistent building. Obviously, there's little delays here and there, weeks off. But yeah, it's good fun. I definitely want to start doing more longer ones, bigger ones like that. It's something you can really like. It's hard because you get demotivated quite a lot. Like obviously, at points you'll be like, oh, why am I continuing this? But yeah, it's good fun doing those big long projects and stuff. I really like that. That's one of my favorite things.
Something I found interesting with mock building series is like the ones you see on YouTube. Like you get the ones from SolidBrick Studios, the Brick Wiz, I think what's his name? Oh my gosh, Coconut Brick. He's doing this fantastic Coconut Studios. I don't know what he's doing. He's doing fantastically though. He has that incredible acclimator behind him. Have you seen that? Like, I'm like, that I want that so badly. He broke it? Oh, I thought you said he smashed it. I was like, what? I was like, no, don't do that.
The title, the clickbait coming up if you do
that would be great. Actually, no, that wouldn't be great. But yeah, like you all do these types of things, and like I thought like those were the only people that did stuff. It's people who did videos on it. But then like I went to one of my local Lego conventions, and there was a bajillion different mocks that like there were these like really intense things, like 30 times bigger than anyone I've seen done by a YouTuber in like a series. Like this guy made this like an entire maroon mock. It was like probably 36 by 36 base plates. Like
it's insane what people do. I'm like, why don't you just post videos about this? This will do so well. Like this would bang.
That's I guess that's kind of the thing that the logic I have with this whole YouTube thing. It's like That's what I love about it. It's like anyone can do it, and mine certainly came with like time to a degree because like I started, and you could always change it around for the most part. Like I started as a fan channel for this YouTuber who I recently did a podcast with on his channel, Daily Tactics. He has he has like 350,000 now. He's killing it. Ooh, just. So for those watching on video, my camera just decided to like unfocus, and now I am blurry. Okay, there we go. But I started out as just a fan channel for him, and then I was like, I started doing some Lego videos, and again, then I was working on a stop motion that I was making a part 2 and. And I was like, ooh, I have 2 weeks off. They just said we have 2 weeks off. 2 years later, 28,000 subscribers later, daily uploads. Yeah. I have something that boggled my mind. I was looking at my channel the other day. I have 800 something uploads. I've made 800 something individual pieces of content. How many videos have you made?
I think I just went over 500, but yeah, that 800 is crazy number.
And 500's crazy. When you think you have 500 separate individual videos all dedicated to their own set of content, that you, like that's more than some TV shows get in their lifetime.
Yeah.
And the thing is,
when you think about it like that, but...
I don't think any of your videos have 0 views, so that means I mean you have 20,000 people watching you. Like that's more than like, if you think how many kids were in your school, and think about, like, presenting in class. Like, I think about this, like, I don't stress about presentations anymore, because there's 12 kids in here. And I get that, and like, have you picked up on, like, I don't know exactly how you were when you started your videos, but, like, that you get more, like able to do public speaking when you talk to cameras?
The whole thing gets so much. It really does help for that sort of thing, like getting better at talking, even just like, especially because nowadays all your job interviews and stuff on Zoom or whatever, and I mean that definitely helps, or like stuff like that with COVID. But even just talking to people in real life definitely has helped through this.
No, and this is the thing I like to tell like people, because I partially want this podcast to be like to help people who want to get involved in the Lego community, just to help them, get involved. Like, I think that's a pretty cool thing. And
the hard one.
getting used to the camera is tough. And I encourage you to go back to my early videos or SW's early videos and see what we were like then, and then go like find any random modern video from the last month and see how different we probably were on camera. Because I am a very different person. I used to talk like this and I'd be very quiet, and now like I am not. That's just not my thing as much anymore. I don't know, but
because you're not very. It's hard to be self-aware when you're making those first videos. Like I went through a phase of like being too loud. I was like shouting too much. I called it my shouting phase, and it was like I was just every video I'd be like, "What was that?" I was just shouting. But
I kind of do that, but I gotta cut that out. Yeah. I'm gonna calm down on that eventually.
Yeah, no, but there's a good level of it, if you know what I mean. That I was just unnecessarily doing it, but you only really notice it once like you're out of it or whatever, or from an outside point of view, which is hard to notice. But
okay, well, so I want to go back to the mock series a second, because how many weeks was that? How long were you working on that?
21 weekly videos.
So that's
there was a couple of weeks I missed, but
that's close to half a year you're spending on this build.
Yeah.
So first off, I know you mentioned you're going to some sort of convention. I don't know if that's still a thing that's happening. Are you going to be showing it, displaying it, maybe?
No. The way I built it is not very modular, and this is my first convention, proper one I'm going to. I just want to kind of enjoy the convention, but next year I definitely will be taking
that's
one,
fair.
Yeah, it's a bit tricky just when it's like a big mock, and I want to make the next one modular and a lot easier and stuff like that.
I mean, what is that like, putting together this... So for those, again, who don't know, like, basically the way he set it up, it was like the Ahsoka arc from the Clone Wars where she was escaping prison. I have that right? No, spawn. Yeah, I got about half the series down. And it's really insane. The only thing I think I would have changed is I would have probably added another vehicle or something on that landing pad.
Yeah, there was definitely some empty space. I was going to put another gunship in, but as you can see just there, that's my Smash second gunship. So
Ooh,
That
SW destroys gunship.
I was gonna have one landed as well, but I mean it worked out. Yeah, I definitely think there's a lot of things I could do better with that mock. I think it was a bit too plain, but I enjoyed it. It was
Really?
good fun.
The only thing I would have added would have been like an extra ship or something extra on that one landing
More fun
platform.
as well, maybe, but
That
very expensive.
Yeah, but yeah, ooh, yeah. I mean, filler figs are with those types of big mocks. Like I did my biggest mock I did, like where I could do that was my Venator. It's still up, and it's like my Venators. I like my Venator, but I am the first to admit it is not like it's not your mock. It's like you could have done it in a day for the amount of time you spent on your thing.
No, it's not necessarily that. It's like you got to level it to the level you're at as well with the amount of bricks you have. Like maybe in a day if I had my whole parts collection, not even that, in a week maybe with my whole parts collection. But when you're like building up slowly, those smaller mocks take so much longer.
Yeah, and I was
that's a big mock. You got to give yourself props.
Yeah,
nice.
I just wasn't ready to drop 30 grand on a mock or even 5 grand, like, because gray bricks are expensive, and because people are telling me, oh, why don't you do it in dark gray? I'm like, I don't have that many dark gray bricks because mocks are so pricey. It's very easy to look at Bricklane and say, what are you talking about? This piece is 10 cents. But then first off, you have to find you get 10 cents, but add that and times that by 30,000.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, add in shipping prices. And if you're buying 3 bricks from all these different sellers, Bricklink is a lot. I mean, how did you deal with, getting in all the bricks? Like, did you have most of them, or did you have to order most?
Because of my Jedi, a lot of dark grey, a lot of light grey, a lot of tiles, especially.
You did a Jedi Temple? Wait, I need to hear about this.
Yeah, this is my third most viewed video, I think. It was finished in January or February last year. Right before I moved house, I built it. Took about 3 months, that one. It was based on Battlefront 2, like the original Battlefront 2 game.
I have to look this up.
Yeah, I had a lot of pieces from that, but
I have to look this up now. Most popular.
A tiny bit smaller, but it's fun.
Oh, okay. I've seen this. Yeah. Oh, okay. Now I remember. Because I thought Jedi Temple. I thought you made like the full building. No, but it's like the entrance. It's like the 501st.
Yeah.
Is this? Yeah, the 501st Battle Pack was out. So I will say I'm kind of. I'm kind of shocked. I thought there were going to be more Jedi Temple mocks after the 501st Battle Pack came out. Because everyone was saying, oh, they're just going to be in every mock ever, and it hasn't been as bad. They've been in a lot, but not like every mock.
I thought it'd be a lot more. Yeah, you're right.
So I think a topic I'd like to turn to, if it's good with you, is just the current state of Lego Star Wars sets. I've seen you've been reviewing pretty much all the new sets. You happen to get all the clone packs early, which I was very jealous of. Now I think I have about 9. So I just have. Yeah, I have 9 total. 5 online, 4 in store. So
Nice.
Yeah. So with the current state of Lego Star Wars, would you say positive or negative?
I'd say it's positive. I personally am quite. I think Lego are doing better. I think we had that wave, probably the January one with the X-Wings. I mean, that was all right, but I think they've been getting better. I know there's still not a ton of prequel stuff, which is there's always holes you can find in it. But I genuinely think overall this wave has been pretty good. Especially the last summer wave, I think was decent. I think they're all pretty good, and I'm pretty excited for stuff to come. But
I am so excited for the summer wave, and actually today, the 27th, is when last year's rumors came out. So chances are for summer. But the thing is, the rumors have been dropping weirdly. Like, have you noticed? Like, actually, I don't know if you heard this, but there was a Book of Boba Fett set that is supposedly coming out in the summer. It's a $59.99 set.
On its own, isn't it? June or something.
So I'm going to just throw out right away. It's probably the Mando's new Starfighter.
So cool.
So spoiler alert. You saw it, right?
Spoilers.
Okay.
For both.
Okay. So spoilers for the 5 people who haven't seen it. But yeah, that would be. I'm actually kind of excited to see that. Like, that should be pretty good. And we have this.
BD. Sorry. If they
BD.
make that, I really hope they make a BD.
That would be cool. I mean, probably what's gonna happen with it, they're probably gonna do like Peli, Mando.
Maybe Alpha.
I mean, here I'm curious. Do you think Luke is gonna show up in the next episode of Mando, like with Baby Yoda?
I feel like they'll do maybe. Will they do any more?
Well, did you?
Monday?
I don't know if you remember, but there was that guy who did he did the whatchamacallit, the not facial recognition,
He
the
redid it.
you know what I'm talking about, where they do like the VFX where they switch up their face, but he is like in the Mando it looked garbage, but this fan editor like made a really good looking one, the Luke. Deepfake. Yeah, Disney hired him, so I wonder if they hired him for So I'm wondering if they hired him for this.
Would be cool.
So that would be really cool. So I figured I'd throw that out there. Like and we have that Dark Trooper battle pack coming. I mean, in terms of like what are the types of things you want to see? Like, because we have Hoth. I don't think anyone really was dying for Hoth. I mean, what do you think about the Hoth wave? I know you want the UCS AT-AT.
Yeah, I think it came out well. I think it pairs with the AT-AT well, but I don't think anyone was asking for it. But overall, I don't think it's a bad wave. I think they did well. I'd like to see more generic army builders, such as the clone pack, like just things with plain white stormtroopers, clone troopers, phase 2s especially, stuff like that you can
phase 2s, of course. Yeah. Phase 2s seem to always get like the shaft when it comes to Lego.
One of the most popular is it's so stupid, but
yeah, I mean, it feels like Lego, because I guess I got introduced to Lego Star Wars in 2014, and that was like the prime of Lego Star Wars. Of course, stupid, however old I was back then, me, decided I wanted all of the not good sets. So like I got all the Separatist Vulture droids, and I got all the microfighters. I got one Clone Walker, but like I missed out on everything. I got all the original trilogy ones, so I got like a Cantina and stuff from that era. I missed every single battle pack. Somehow I went through that entire era missing every single clone battle pack. Yeah, and then the sequels came. So, you didn't have a lot to work with. I guess you were in your dark ages during that whole time. So you got in at a really good time.
I probably left about 2017. So I was buying stuff in 15 I started getting into Star Wars after like Lord of the Rings for a while. Star Wars 2015 up to like 17. So I got a few of the good sets, but not too many.
Yeah. I mean, I find it mildly interesting the way they just conducted like that whole way, because you basically had all the sequel stuff, and that wasn't popular. Like obviously because they haven't made any sequel sets this year, or last year they effectively made one, which was the Poe Dameron set, the Juniors set. What do you think the sequel set this year is going to be? Do you think there is going to be one?
I don't watch. I can't say I've watched the sequels in a while, so I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I would like to see some more first. I do like the First Order. I think they're
going to do a First Order Juniors tie just to go against the Poe Dameron one. That's my theory. That set was way too overpriced. $20 for that.
Yeah. That was an expensive.
It's like you get Mando Battle Pack for $4, or you get this for $20 with Poe Dameron. Yeah. So I want to know if you're okay with explaining this. You talked. I think you revealed your next project. So what is it? Let's hear it for those who haven't seen that.
Jedi Fallen Order. I'm doing the Imperial base from that. So not during Jedi Fallen Order, but like just before, just like the working base. So it's going to be like that. I think it's a sap refinery or something like that on Kashyyyk. It's going to be pretty fun. It's going to be bigger than anything I've done before, more detailed hopefully, and hopefully should have a lot of custom vehicles, a lot going on, a lot of minifigs, so it should be fun.
Yeah, and with that, it's going to be cheaper to do minifigs, so you could certainly put more on. Yeah, that would certainly be great. I think like so it's a refinery. Maybe you could have like this is a backstory. I'm thinking maybe you could have like an underground layer. And that's where they send all the old clones to work, so you could incorporate clones in some way. You'd throw clones in the thumbnails. Yeah. That would be kind of fun. Well, that's the thing I always found fascinating. Nobody pursues like what were the clones doing after they got decommissioned. I guess they're going to go into that in the Bad Batch. But like they just say the clones got decommissioned. So what? They all went and lived on like hippies, like Captain Rex on the ATTE, and just shot animals. Like that's all they did. I can't picture clones would do that. So yeah.
Maybe they were like mercenaries or something, or it'd be interesting.
I mean, honestly, like my dream show, like if they could do one show, like I'm curious, what would you like to see from Star Wars?
I want to go somewhere different, or either the time between. I love the time between Episode 3 and Episode 4. That's my favorite time of Star Wars. Other than either that or just something like Old Republic or High Republic, something like
Well,
that.
you're lucky because they're doing that everywhere. So
Yeah,
that should be.
yeah.
I mean, they did that Eclipse trailer. I felt like everyone forgot about that with the
That looks
Revan
really
thing.
cool.
Yeah,
I completely. Yeah.
yeah, everyone's forgotten about it. Nobody's talked about it since it was revealed, which I don't understand. I don't understand why nobody's talked about it. But like with mine, I'd like to see like a clone uprising of some sort, and I'm hoping they're building up to that with the Bad Batch, and I'd like to see like maybe a Captain Rex centric show, and then you could bring in Captain Hauser, you could bring in the Bad Batch, like maybe the Bad Batch is leading into that. Maybe that will be the Bad Batch season 2.
It was. I think that might be what season 2 entails. I mean, especially with like all the, when Hauser did his little speech and some of the clones joined him, some of the clones didn't.
I didn't understand that. I was like, so what's okay? Maybe Hauser's a special case. Maybe he like got bopped on the head. But like, why are so many clones like? Do their chips just wear out?
Yeah, maybe they just maybe there's some sort of difference, but maybe they developed a little bit of personality
Maybe,
in there.
maybe they could overcome it, like we saw with Captain
Yeah.
Rex. He during the Clone Wars season 7, he kind of just briefly,
Like
warned
struggled
Ahsoka
with
to find
yeah,
fives.
yeah,
Yeah, so I wonder if it wears off once like the orders are given.
yeah, could well be. It'd be nice to find out a bit more about that.
Yeah. So in terms of, I guess we'll go back to Lego Star Wars. If there's anything you wanted to cover, shoot. But like, what are things I guess you'd want to see from the product? Like, there we go.
Yeah, again, hoping for more. I like the small battle packs. I'd love to see some more cool, big, like $200 UCS sets. I think like sort of minifigs.
You mean like the UCS Luke's land speeder?
Yeah, that's just the one I was looking at.
That one I am so excited for. That is going to be comes with a promo Luke Skywalker in another farm boy outfit. Maybe that one will come with a poncho.
Oh, he might have like wrinkles on his arms or something, arm printed on his arms. That would make
That would be hysterical. Well, the set's already coming with Luke, and supposedly we're getting a minifigure next year. The promo sets are done, which is kind of nice.
Oh,
So, yeah.
If it had like an incredible minifig, I might be tempted, but
It's gonna be well, you don't have to. I don't think you're gonna have to buy the Luke's land speeder to get the figure. I think you have to spend $200. So just like, I don't know, stack up on 5 clone battle packs, 3 Hoth ones, and then I don't know.
I'll save my 80 purchase or something like that.
Oh yeah, right. You're doing that. I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been like, okay, I'm in saving mode because I basically planned it out. And here I have a Google Keep because I want to be able to buy all the sets this year, and so I could like do videos on them. So right now, here's what we got. We have March 1st is going to be $300. You have the Boba's Palace and the Dark Trooper Attack. That's $130, and then between the 3 helmets, it adds up to $300. May 1st is $400 because you get Luke's land speeder plus some other sets that are getting real. June is $60 so far. August is $500 between all the regular sets so far, and then there's the D2C set that the one that I think is going to be a Death Star.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
I did a lot of
Yeah.
inflation adjusting for that, and if you add it up properly, basically the original one was $400. Then they raised it to $500, but they knew that was kind of overpriced. Though that one was very overpriced. They retired that one. If you adjust to inflation for 2016, what it would cost in 2020, it's about $540. So $530 makes sense for.
It'll be a playset or be like a UCS.
It'll be a playset. I'm pretty confident it's going to be a playset. I mean, honestly, like since it showed up in No Way Home, I feel like I don't know if that would help at all. Like it's a minor thing, but like be like, you got the prop. I'd be down for that. That would be part of the reason I get it, so I could like be, look, this was in $1 billion movie. So I will say the funnier thing of that is now Emperor Palpatine is probably one of the most famous Lego Star Wars minifigures because of that movie appearance, and I just found that kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that is cool. yeah, I hope it's a Death Star. I'd like that. Kind of missed out on the last one. I mean, they
Yeah,
probably would only just change the Stormtrooper helmets and a couple of other things.
and I feel like it's an iconic part of Lego Star Wars. Like people think, oh, you have the Lego Death Star, and there's none for sale right now. So like I feel like that would be like a good thing to bring back. They've had one out since 2008. This is the first like this is the second year now I think that we've gone on them without them on shelves. So it would be nice to have those back for sure. I mean, I'm curious to see if anyone in watching this comment on the video this is uploaded on. Just comment if you have a Death Star. I'm really curious to know.
Yeah. No, hopefully that'll be cool. Otherwise, I'd like to see other MBS sets. I think they could do a lot with MBS.
Ooh.
But yeah, I'd like to.
Ooh, you just crashed there a second. Yeah, no, there's a ton they could do. Master Builder series is a fascinating line. I mean, what do you think about the Master Builder series? I'm like a fan because it's basically just you get all the minifigures and you get like this really cool like buildings. Like I want to see Theed and all these different places.
Yeah.
And there's so much to do.
I'd like them to do more like Harry Potter where they split it up and they have like all these sets can fit together and instead of doing one big one maybe.
Like the modular buildings or.
Yeah, like you know how I think the recent wave of Harry Potter had like a couple of sets that went on the bottom and then a couple of sets that were like bigger on top and they made like all the 5 of them like and they had the gold minifigs and stuff like that. Wouldn't mind seeing something like that maybe, but yeah.
I'll be honest.
Like seeing big MBS.
I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan of like those gold minifigures types of things. I just think they're kind of lazy. It's like, oh, just take the character and just print him gold. Yeah. But like I totally get what you're saying with the connecting. A problem I've had with recent Lego Star Wars, I don't know if you share this, but like we might disagree here, but like I feel like every set's been a ship, and like I like ships, they're all right, but I really like buildings. Like we've gotten like in the last 2 years, you can probably name the amount of like buildings for Star Wars we've gotten on one hand. I mean, Cantina,
Death Star Final Duel.
Death Star Final Duel. That's
smaller ones, but yeah.
And yeah, but we haven't gotten many in that regard. And everything's a ship. Everything's a spaceship. So that would be kind of cool.
Like nice enclosed, looking good, sort of bigger sets like the Cantina.
Absolutely. And that's kind of why I'm disappointed with how this Jabba's Palace is looking to turn out. Not that it's going to be bad in terms of figures or anything. Just like it's not going to be a nice shelf piece from what it sounds like. You're not going to have the roof. You're not going to have the full exterior to put it on a shelf. But he's like, sure, it's cool to look at the details for 30 minutes, and then after that, you're going to want to put it on your shelf, and it's not going to be a fantastic display piece. I mean, it might be. It might be. I don't know.
Yeah, I wish they just recreated that older one with the Rancor pit as a separate set. Oh, it'd been so good.
I think they might have done it because they had the whole controversy with the rank. Yeah, or something like that. And I'm like, the amount of logical extremes you have to draw to get to that point. I tried to like see where you would like fit that in. I'm like, if anything, you'd be targeting George Lucas for it. They were just basing it off the movie.
Not Lego's fault, is it?
Yeah, like that's a George Lucas thing. And Star Wars has had worse things that like that you look at like Watto or like something like that. Or Nuke Gunray or stuff, and I'm like, that's the one? Okay. Like Lego's made Watto. I haven't had a problem with Watto, so. Okay, so finally, I would like to address with Mr. SW Bricks and Figs. What are your plans for 2022 with your channel? What is your channel goal? Like, is there a certain sub count you want to hit, or like Instagram follower count?
I struggle to come up with those little goals. Yeah, it's because you just never know where it's going to go. Like last year, my goal was like 5k subs, something like that, and I smashed that. But yeah, this year I hopefully want to hit like I don't know, maybe 30k at least. That'd be nice.
The higher goal you set, the more like you are to surpass it. So like I've set 75k, 100k just because I'm like, okay, well, I'll strive for that, and if that happens, that works. Like I just hit like 28,000. Yeah, it certainly helps. For sure. So that's your goal. And what do you want to do with your channel? What do you want to switch up, make new, continue doing?
Yeah, definitely want to continue the mock series. That's like it's such a good consistent video to post every weekend. And they always do well as well for my channel. So yeah, I want to keep that consistent. Again, just consistency in general is just so important on YouTube that like the grind when you have to put out so many videos. I want to keep up like at least 3-4 videos a week. You want to stream once a week as well, mostly at least.
3-4 videos a week is a good number. I overdo it. I do it almost every day, so I think that's a good strat.
I don't know how you do it, yeah.
I do it. I guess I do. I don't know how I do it either sometimes. I do just find it fascinating what you've been able to do in Lego Star Wars, because I think I will say something very hard I've seen is people lose motivation very quickly, and that's what ends up killing a lot of really potentially good Lego Star Wars channels. And like you get, and like you and I both know what it's like to have a video you worked really hard on just not do well, or not as well as you'd hope it would be. And I think that's a big problem we have, is just people see, this got few views. So you need to stay motivated in that regard. Just make sure you can keep doing well. And finally, is there anything you'd like to plug? TikTok, Instagram, YouTube's?
All the typical socials. Instagram, got a couple of Instagram accounts for different mocks and stuff. But main Instagram, just my name, SW Brix and Fix. Same with YouTube, same with TikTok. I think it's just the same. Yeah, so if you want to check out any of those, YouTube's the main one there. I'm going to focus on YouTube. I want to grow TikTok a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And I guess my final question is, and this is a final question. Where did the name SW Brix and Frigs come from? And have you ever considered shortening it? And what would that be? I'm just curious.
I have thought about it. Yeah, I had no idea where it came from. It's just brainstorming random ideas to make an account. You know, when you just make an account to comment on things. I just made the account and I was like, SW Star Wars Bricks and Figs. There we go. I'll do that for now.
And that works?
Yeah, I have thought about shortening it Star Wars Bricks, but I don't know. I'm not really sure. What would you have any recommendations or?
I mean, you've clearly garnered the name SW, and your fans I don't think can call you Star Wars. That would seem a little difficult. My fans call me Stud, so maybe they could call you Bricks, but I don't know if I'd want to be called a brick.
Not quite as good.
Someone comes up to you at a convention, yo, you're Bricks.
Yeah, it doesn't really work.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we could have people leave suggestions if you've ever considered, wanting to do that. I mean, you've obviously garnered a name, just I don't know. I just thought it was interesting because that's a really it's out of the norm for Lego channels. 90% of Lego channels are productions or studios, of course, and then or some some brick or bricks. There's the X. That's why I did Republic Studs, and then 2 months later, Generic Stud pops out of nowhere and gets 100,000 subscribers. And it's oh, you stole that from it? I'm no, I thought I was being revolutionary with studs. Apparently I wasn't. But yeah.
You can't really be. There's too many people.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. And so with that said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this amazing episode with SW. Huge thank you to him for popping on. Again, check out all his socials and stay tuned for episode 2 of the Republic Stud Show, which will be out in a week or so. So I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out and stay awesome.